For this practice, let's begin seated in Sukhasana, our easy seated pose.
Your next exhale, we'll let the hands come by the hips. We're going to add a little bit of movement with our breath. So as we inhale, arms are going to reach up overhead. Maybe we clasp the fingers and turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a little bit deeper breath in. Exhale, let the hands come back down by the hips. Take that again. Inhale, arms reach up. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, deeper breath in. Exhale, hands come back down onto the mat. One more. Inhale, arms reach up. Clasp the hands, flip the palms, open a little bit more. Exhale, hands come down by the hips. Let the chin drop towards the chest here. Still, the back is nice and long. As you exhale, roll the head over towards that right shoulder. See what happens when you kind of inch the left fingertips away from the hips. See what happens if as you inhale, you kind of lift the heart a little. Your next exhale drops the chin towards the chest and release the tension in that left arm. Come back to your center. As you inhale, roll the head over towards that left shoulder. Maybe walking the right fingertips out and away. Once you feel that softness happen, as you inhale, feel the heart lift a little. As you exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest, release the tension on both arms, kind of just let them do their thing. Switch the crossing of the legs here. Heart lifts. Let's find a little forward fold. So the tailbone is going to be reaching back as you rotate the pelvis forward so that you're getting the stretch in the hips. So for some, the nervous system responds best to stillness, and for others, movement and swaying can feel nice. So find what feels best in your body and take that. So you can inhale, rise back up. We're going to extend just the left leg out, leave the right leg in. Inhale lifts the heart, and exhale, just fold into your center. Beautiful. Just make your way over towards that left leg. So a revolved head to knee. Reaching that right arm up and just letting it, maybe it reaches for the toes and maybe it doesn't. And as you exhale, just spiral down through your center. You can come back onto this right elbow, lift the hips so the energy line is running from the tips of the left fingers all the way down to the left toes. So waking up the body here, and as we exhale, drop the hips down, come back towards center, come up towards seated. We'll take that on the other side, so switch the legs, left leg bends in. Inhale lifts the heart, find softness, and find your forward fold. Make your way over towards that right knee with a revolved head to knee. And as you exhale, just make your way through your center as you come back onto that left elbow and right fingertips reach out, right toes reach away. As you exhale, you can drop back down. Find Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together. Heart lifts. We're going to take a roll down from here. So drop the chin towards the chest. Try to stay at the top of the spine here and slowly roll down. It's really easy to want to just start in the center, but I really want you to just try. Find a place where you can just breathe and it feels like a nice opening. If it's too intense, feel free to roll up a little. Next inhale, unfurls, so roll back up to seated. Beautiful job. Come onto all fours in your tabletop position. Spread the fingers, really feeling the fingertips on the mat. Maybe even cupping the hands at first here, just kind of getting the fingertips warmed up a little, and then you can come down onto the wrist. Hips are stacked over the knees. You can kind of rock a little side to side if you would like. Take an inhale, head and heart lift as the belly is soft and low. As you exhale, round it through to your cat. Inhale, head and heart lift. Exhale, find your cat. Maybe you can feel that Ujjayi breath coming through. So just take a few breaths here. Find your organic movement. Any little movements that feel good. A lot of times in the cat position, it can feel good to move your hips a little. And then we'll all meet up in a neutral spine here. So from here, we're going to just drop back to our child's pose. Extended, so keep the arms out in front. Maybe walk the fingers a little bit further forward as the heart comes down. Plant the hands, take an inhale, round up through cat. As you exhale, just gently drop the hips towards the mat. Inhale, finds a little cobra here. It's kind of soft, elbows are pulling in towards the sides of the ribs. And as you exhale, find your child's pose. And we'll take a couple waves like this. Use your inhale to round through cat. Your exhale drops the hips. Your inhale expresses your cobra. And your exhale finds your child's pose. One more, inhale, rounding through cat. Exhale, dropping the hips. Inhale, cobra. As you exhale, let's make our way to our first downward facing dog. So take your time, tuck the toes, find your downward facing dog. This is the first one, we won't be here long. Just take a moment, feel into it, see if you need to move the feet, the hips, and then take a slow walk up towards the hands. Once you've arrived, take an inhale, find a halfway lift. I'd like your shoulders in line with your hips as the crown of the head reaches out. One more breath here. Exhale, find your forward fold, soften the knees. Let everything release, the head, the neck, the shoulders, the back. Take an inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up to standing. Exhale, prayer hands come down through center to find your mountain. So hands will be by the hips, palms will be facing forward. Find that nice neutral spine here. See what your hips need. Spread the toes, ground into the mat. Or if you're lucky enough this morning, the earth, wherever you're at. Find your mountain. From here, take an inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank. So take your time here, 1 foot at a time, find your plank. And then we're gonna lower the knees. This time, maybe we find an upward dog. So push the tops of the feet into the mat, lift the knees, lift the thighs. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rounding up through your cat. As you exhale, just find neutral spine here. We're going to take and extend the right leg out, finding parallel with the earth. Then as you inhale, lift that right leg just as high as you can. Inhaling. It might not be much. Maybe reach through the toes. So from this space, we're going to take a little sunbird bow. So the elbows are pulling back towards the side and they do what's called chaturanga arms. So we're just dropping the chest towards the ground. Maybe the chin touches. Reach up through the toe. Keep the foot where it's at. Inhale, lift up right back up. One more. Exhale, drop the chest. Maybe the chin touches the ground. Inhale, rise right back up. Take a breath here. As you exhale, bring the right knee down. Take a moment, shift in the hips a little. We're going to take and extend that left leg back. Bring it parallel with the earth, and as you inhale, lift it as high as you can. You can reach through the toe. Keeping the back just where it's at, we're going to take that sunbird bow. Hug the elbows in. As you exhale, drop the chest and chin down. As you inhale, rise up, keeping that leg up. Exhale, drop the chin down. Inhale, rise up. Take a breath here. Exhale, drop that left knee. Take a moment, shift the weight side to side in the hips. From here, we're going to find our way to our downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Let's take a walk up towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let everything release. Let's walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat. Walk the hands over towards the left side of the mat. Find your way through center. We're going to step back with that right foot to find a pyramid pose. So that right heel might be turned in a little. Inhale, lifts the heart. You can even bend into the knee. As you exhale, straighten that left leg, pyramid pose. Pull that right hip a little forward, left hip a little back. Just seeing if you can get a little different stretch here. From here, we're going to find standing split. So soften that left knee, walk the hands a little forward. Begin to lift that right leg up towards the sky. Maybe the left hand reaches around behind that left calf. As you exhale, we're just going to tap the right toes down. Inhale, lift it right back up to your standing split. Beautiful. Let's find, keeping in the balance, let's come up. Grab onto that right knee. Maybe open out to the side a little, open the hips, and then place that right foot into your tree pose. So find your tree. Maybe you'd like your arms up, maybe at the heart. Remembering that we need all different kinds of trees to have a beautiful forest. Release this right foot off. We're going to find our way into our warrior three. So extend that right leg back. Find parallel with the earth. Even that right hip. Soften that standing leg as you step back to your high lunge. Inhale, right up, or the arms both reach up. As you exhale, find cactus arms. So just bending in the elbows, open the heart a little more. As you exhale, we'll bring the hands down to frame that front foot. Find pyramid. From here, we're going to shift into our lizard. So just slide that right foot back. Maybe drop down onto that right knee. Bring that left hand on the inside of that left foot. Play a little here. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows. Maybe not. Let's find a little half Hanumanasana. Shift the hips back. Half split pose. Breathe here. As we inhale, shift the weight forward. Take that right hand, maybe it comes a little off the mat. Lift that left arm up for a little open twist here. As you exhale, bring the left hand down. Tuck the back toes. Find a pyramid pose. It's a little different because we're just kind of flowing with it. We're going to step that right foot forward to meet the left. Bow down into your forward fold. Let everything go. Let all your feelings towards your flow just kind of go. Take an inhale, rise all the way up. Circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, find your mountain. Close the eyes here. Take this on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, soften down as you step back to that pyramid. So the left leg steps back. That left heel's in just a little. As you inhale, heart moves forward. Maybe you bend into the knee. And then exhale, pyramid. Take another breath. We're going to be finding that standing split. So soften that right knee as you walk the hands forward. Lift the left toes all the way up. Maybe that right hand comes behind the calf here. As you exhale, we're just going to tap that left toe down. Keep the hips just where they're at, and inhale, lift the left toes right back up. So we're going to softly drop that left foot. As you soften the standing leg, come up to your balance. Hold on, grab to that left knee. Maybe open out to the side just for a moment. And then find your tree. From here, we'll make our way into our warrior three. Release that left leg as you extend it back. Heart comes forward, left leg reaches back. Feel that balance happening as you're moving through. Left hip drops to be in line with the right, stepping back to your high lunge. So you're on those left toes. Inhale, arms reach up. See where you need to soften to get the pelvis where it feels good. As you exhale, cactus arms. Open the heart a little more with gravity here. As you exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Find your little pyramid here. It's just kind of soft. Bend back into that right knee, slide the left foot back, find that low lunge, drop the knee. Let's find lizard, so you can drop the chest on the inside of that right leg. Right hand will come on the inside of it as well. Take whatever little movements you need. And then find half Hanumanasana. Extend that right leg, sink it back. Inhale, lifts the heart, and exhale, softens. We're going to find an open twist in our Anjaneyasana. So our inhale shifts the weight forward, bend into that knee, left hand's a little off the mat, right arm reaches up, open twist. As you exhale, bring that right hand down. Tuck the back toes, find a little pyramid. And then we're going to step the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Soften everything down. Take and walk the feet as wide as the mat. Toes are going to be off. We're going to be setting up for our yogic squat. Begin to drop the hips. So from here, if your heels do not touch, you are welcome to stay on the tippy toes and support yourself. If you feel pretty stable in this, maybe take an inhale, lift the arms up. Just kind of breathing here. One more breath. As you exhale, hands come down. We're going to just kind of drop onto our hips. And, well, not onto our hips, but on our bottoms, and bring the feet together. We're finding our boat pose. So maybe you stay here. Maybe you slowly lift the feet. Maybe you feel like reaching for the ankles and taking the extension. Just kind of play with whatever feels good. One more breath. Begin to slowly soften. Cross at the shins. Roll over onto all fours here. We're going to set up for our dolphin. So coming back towards your child's pose, we're going to take and clasp the hands out in front of us. Come on to the elbows and the knees. Adjust as you need to, because our dolphin is going to be going into kind of like into a downward facing dog, but we'll be on the elbows. So begin to tuck the toes. Get nice and strong and lift the hips. Maybe you need to walk the toes in, maybe you don't. Just keep breathing into that space from the shoulder blades to the spine. Now, you can either just stay in this variation, or you can take an inhale, lift the right leg up. Reach up through the right toes. As you exhale, we'll bring the right foot down. And we'll take that on the other side. Left leg reaches up. And as you exhale, the left toes come down. Drop the knees, find your way into a child's pose. Take the hands back by the heels and just drop the forehead down. Let the shoulders and everything kind of soften. All right, so we can take the hands, reach them out in front. We're going to be heading to our downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Three-legged down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Reach, reach, reach. We're going to bend that right knee. We're not going to open though. We're going to take that right knee to the right elbow. Just kind of give it a little touch. Then we're going to shoot that right leg out to the left. So just cross it under. Left arm reaches up for your fallen triangle. One more breath here. Take an exhale, left hand comes down, right knee comes towards that right wrist. Drop into your pigeon. So you can walk that left foot back. Take any little movements in your pigeon that you enjoy. So for some, they might want to come up and work a little deeper into this left front of the thigh. Maybe you feel like coming down and moving a little. All right, so from here, we're going to kind of play into maybe Pinchamayurasana. So it's just playing around. If you are uncomfortable with it, just go as far as you would like to. So come down onto the forearms here. Tuck the back toes. Take that right foot, extend it back. You're in your forearm plank. Take a moment here. Maybe placing the palms of the hands down as you begin to lift the hips back towards your dolphin. So you're welcome to stay here or extend that right leg up. Now, if you want to try for your Pinchamayurasana, you can maybe give a little hop or stacking the hips overneath or over top of the elbows. So maybe little hops here, just kind of playing. Just be playful. And then we'll drop that right foot down, come down onto the knees, find child's pose. That was a lot, I know. Take a breath here. Find Ujjayi breath. Calm the body. From here, we're going to head back into our downward facing dog. Spread the fingers. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. So we're going a little out of our comfort zone, right? Left leg reaches up. You got the other side here to do. Bend that left knee and just bring the left knee towards the left elbow. Stay here or go into your fallen triangle. Extend that left leg out to the right, right arm reaches up. Won't be here long and we'll be heading to pigeon. Right hand comes down, left knee comes by the left wrist. Find your pigeon. See what you need in your pigeon. See what part of the body needs to be open. We all have different habits and preferences that can make different areas of our body tight. We're going to be heading back into that forearm plank. So palms of the hands are down. Begin to tuck the back toe so that you can create enough space to extend that left leg back. So here you are in your forearm plank. Let's find our dolphin. Walk to the feet. Maybe we just stay with the left leg lifted, or maybe we just kind of have a little fun and maybe just take a few little hops, seeing what happens. Maybe we catch a little air and maybe not. And then we all meet back in child's. Take a few breaths here in your child's pose. We're going to take an inhale, begin to rise up. We're going to come down onto our seat so you can cross the legs and come through. We're going to take and extend easier by the legs out in front. We're going to take our Marishasana with an arm bind. So bringing the right knee in, from here, we're going to be taking our forward fold. So you can take this right arm around. So maybe the tricep is on the shin bone here as you forward fold. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach around with this right hand and grab for the left. So that is your arm bind if you'd like to take that. So see if you can find stillness or softness here. Take and release that arm bind if you had it. Take an inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale here, then come all the way up. We're going to take a little twist here. So twisting towards the right, create some space in there. Look out over that right shoulder. And as you exhale, we'll just slowly unwind this. Take and extend that right leg out. Left knee comes in towards the chest. We're going to take that fold forward. So you have to kind of create enough space to bring that left arm in front of the shin. Let that left hip settle back down. If you wanted to try the arm bind, the left arm reaches back, the right arm reaches back. Inhale lifts the heart, and exhale, you fold forward. Release the hands slowly. Take an inhale, just lifting a little. Exhale here, and then come back up to seated. Extend that left leg out. We're going to be taking our plow and our shoulder stand is something that we will work with too. So begin to shift the hips forward. Let's first take a reverse tabletop. So you can take a reverse plank if you'd like, keeping the legs straight, but I'll just work with the reverse table, and if you know reverse plank, you can take that. Inhale, lift the hips. And as you exhale, we're going to drop the hips and actually let them come back between the hands. Now, your feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip distance. Lift the heart, Dandasana. Find your breath here. And take Paschimottanasana, so just fold in. Notice what's happening with the breath. What's happening with the breath is probably a reflection of what's happening between your emotions and your physical body. So take an inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale here. Come all the way up. Shift forward so that you can come down onto the spine. Once you've found this space, knees are up. So maybe we pull the knees in towards the chest, give them a little hug, but keep the tailbone heavy. Maybe you can kind of gently rock the knees side to side. So here, we're going to maybe work into plow, or you can take Viparina Karani rather than your shoulder stand. So we'll kind of work into our shoulder stand. Viparina Karani is just legs straight up, so holding here in this L shape. If you want to work into your shoulder stand, you just begin to extend the legs up as you prop the hips and the back up with the hands maybe reaching up through the toes. Just remember, whichever variation you took, we're all feeling the same amount of um, resistance. So we all have the same edge. We feel the same. It just looks different. So from here, we're going to find our plow pose. So just let the knees come down. So even if you are in Viparina Karate, bring the knees back to the chest. Those of you who would like, you can take plow, extending the legs out in front, maybe clasping the hands behind the back. So take one more breath here. Slowly make your way back down onto your back. So for some of you, it might feel good to come up through your shoulder stand. Play here, know what you need. Drop the hips whenever you're ready. We'll all be meeting back with our feet on the mat. So I did want to get a little into our recline twist. So from here, I want you to cross that right leg over the left and just find a place that feels good. So for some, you're just going to be able to drop right over. Not so much for me. I have a lot of issues with my SI. So for me, I need to bring this left foot and let the sole of it come down. And then the right knee is kind of up. So find what feels best in your recline twist, because if you're not honoring your body during your yoga practice, then you're not going to get any benefits from it. It has to be made for your body in order for you to progress in your practice without injury anyways. One more breath here. Slowly make your way onto your spine. Uncross the legs, cross the left over the right, and take that little lean towards the right. See what you need. Slowly soften, find your way back onto your back. You're going to take just a couple bridges here, so lock the heels in towards the hips. From here, we'll just take an inhale and lift the hips up off the mat, rolling the spine up. Push down into the feet. And as you exhale, slowly roll the hips or the back all the way down till the hips meet the earth. Take an inhale, push the tailbone down into the mat. You'll even feel the low back arch a little. And as you exhale, bring the low back, flatten everything down. Take an inhale, lift the hips right back up to your bridge. Fully extend here, push into the feet. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, tailbone pushes down into the earth, creating that little arch in the low back. Exhale, flatten the back down. Inhale, rise, starting at the hips, all the way up. Here, maybe clasping the hands, walking the shoulders in, or just stay where you're at. Lift the heart. Sometimes these challenging practices release some of our tension in the body. We can feel a little more at ease. Walk the shoulder blades apart. Slowly roll it all the way back down. Rest here for a moment. So just turn the heels out. Let the knees rest in on each other. Take maybe One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly.
So you may stay here in constructive rest or extend out through the legs and the arms into your corpse pose. Let the whole body soften here. Let the breath be natural. Stay here as long as you'd like. Namaste.